Welcome to another episode of Riding and Wrenching, the biggest little YouTube channel on the entire interwebs. I am your host, Q the Rider, and in today's episode, I'm going to share with you the last installment of my three-part series featuring Robert Simmons from Be the Bossier Motorcycle and Finesse from YouTube channel Finesse the Challenger. In this series, we discuss the differences and the pros and cons between the Indian Pursuit Elite and my 2023 Road Glide CVO from Harley Davidson. Now, before I get started, a couple of quick reminders. I do have a Facebook group for the 2023 and above CVOs called 2023 Harley CVO. I'll post a link in the description of this video, so be sure to take a look at that. If you're interested in a lot of quality Indian content, then be sure to check out Finesse the Challenger's YouTube channel. Also, what else? There are two other episodes. There's a third episode, so there are two other episodes. I'll post links to those in the description of this video as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Exactly the same.
I'll tell you that a fixed fairing bike, these two, is going to be much smoother on the road than
I've never noticed that.
Oh,
I've never
it's different.
experienced that.
Right behind the
we're
truck.
We're gonna have to defer to him, and I only say that because taking a test ride is never gonna compare to somebody that's
Right.
You know.
But that's what I'm saying. Whether it's
it's
a fixed fairing or whether it's the fairing on the forks, I've never experienced.
I mean, it's not like one's going to be horribly unstable, but if you're like riding behind a semi, this bike will cut through the one a lot smoother than one with the fairing attached to the handlebars, because that wind is just going to catch that fairing and just do different things, and so any movement it does on that fairing is going straight to your wheels.
Yeah, I have experienced.
So it's different, but again, it's not a huge difference. It's not huge, but
and
there's a
I get
difference.
what you're saying, and I understand that when people say it, because even when I'm on my wife's bike, if she's got the Chieftain, I don't like.
Yeah, just straight riding, simple riding, you won't feel it.
There's no way you're gonna like your wife's bike. She's like
No,
5
no,
feet
no.
tall, so a handlebars.
I'm talking about the force on the forks with the fairing.
Yeah, you
So
won't.
I've never noticed the difference between the two.
If you take it on a long distance ride, you'll feel a difference.
I know the more I ride this bike, the more, and I still haven't even gotten all accustomed. Oh, how could I forget? Elite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it come with a garage door opener? It's on
Oh,
the
it does?
screen,
Oh, really?
and thanks to Finesse, I didn't know. I'm thinking I got it, so I'm thinking. He was like, no. See the light? I have the same thing on my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Elite boy, you got to pay for that if you want it.
Right.
This comes with
They
it.
should. You know what? So if it was my Elite, right? If I was designing the Elite and I'm putting this out for the public, it would have the garage door opener. It would have these lower speakers back here. It would have a liner in the trunk. What else? That's whatever.
Differentials.
And there was something else that I did not like that it did not
The
have.
stitching in the seat. That's
The
beautiful.
floorboards
Yeah,
are
that
just
looks good.
they're shelf floorboards. So you see how they got that chrome on there? If they had the bronze in there to match the rest of the chrome on the bike, I think that would be a great addition.
Same thing with that.
Put some isolators in there.
That scorched chrome should be everywhere,
Yeah,
and it's not.
yeah. So, and that and those things, those they should give you those. I think.
It should.
And they should also number these. They
Yeah, it
number
should be a number.
numbered the Jack Daniels
they were.
bikes. No, but they don't number these. I don't even know if it's a special VIN number. I was asking the dealership, but they didn't know. But those things I think would go very far with making these actually elite. Other than the paint and then a few of the other things that you get.
Yeah, it's like it's little things like that. We're making 150. You have number of blah blah blah
Right,
of 150.
150.
Right.
You're right.
Like
right.
people like that kind of stuff. It's so yesterday as I'm shining the tires on this bike, gotta take the bags off. I gotta get a tool bag,
Really?
take out an Allen wrench.
How long did it take to get the
Wow.
bags off?
Longer than it would have taken me to do that. And again, somebody that's busy, every second is important to me. I don't want to have to do extra steps. I'm telling you what I don't want to have to do. At the end of the day,
Right.
nothing about either one of the, obviously for me, is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
you know, it's like I love my kids, but you're gonna still have shit you don't like about them. You know?
You'll have that
You know? So I wish I didn't have to do that. And I don't take off the bags often, but I know.
Yeah.
I know that when it comes time to wipe, that back tire is gonna be filthy. I washed it yesterday. I don't know when it's ever gonna happen again. Because I know I can't jack it all the way up with confidence.
Oh man, that's right. Yeah.
Because when I wash it, I want to wash it and not have to do it delicately. And because even if I do lift it, the bike is not stable. So I'm trying to Robert, are you ever going to take straps and strap it to this jack so that you can clean the back wheel? Get the Allen key to take these bags off? I know I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So that's the, you know.
I wouldn't strap my bike to a jack anyway.
That's not necessary.
It is with this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on the jack and show you. It's like.
So when we were putting the exhaust on his bike, and we're taking the bags off to do all of this, right? Maybe because I've done it before, I don't know. I sat in a chair.
Maybe.
I sat in that wheelchair he's got. I did everything. I did everything I needed to do other than that one nut that was out of place.
And he was on the low side.
Yeah, on the low side. So when you're taking those bags off, it takes, man, 2-3 minutes. And that's me being careful.
It takes me
like
seconds to take
I'm
off
like,
the Harley
making sure I don't, stretch any wires and putting the stuff inside, blah, blah, blah. Set it off to the side. He turns around. He's like, man, you're already done. What are you talking about? So,
moving fast over there.
It's.
But I also know he's an ambassador. So.
That has
He already knows I got an issue with that. So he's moving quick.
It has nothing
But
to do
it's like anything else. If I'm accustomed to something being like this, and now I got to go like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's different. 3 minutes versus 15 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I say with the CVOs, because you guys get bags for your saddlebags, right?
Yes.
CVOs. Mm-hmm. Your trunks have liners, like a felt type liner thing.
Yeah.
It's not your standard liner, right?
Yeah.
You guys get others. You guys get other things too, right? Just
Yeah,
for
we got
CVOs.
see that cover up there?
You get a
Oh,
bike
yeah, you
cover.
get a bike cover.
There's still vacuum seal. Cause I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I opened mine up.
You also get a
Wireless headset.
yeah,
You get a headset too. Okay. So you don't.
and you get a picture.
I don't get in that picture. Okay. Well,
Where's my
is
picture?
that new for this? Yeah, so anyway, so you don't get those things with the Indian motorcycle, right? But the price difference between the two is going to be a little bit lopsided as well.
What's the
$3
sticker
grand.
price on this?
It's $3,000.
So this one,
This was 40 grand.
this was 40.
Okay.
Right. But if we're talking about the Challenger Elite with this, it's even more than that because the Challenger Elite was 36,
What year are we talking about?
23.
Yeah,
I think it was
something
36.
called 23.
Yeah. It's
I didn't even see. Really, I haven't even seen this.
23
Oh
what?
my goodness.
Challenger Elite. I haven't even seen this.
Oh,
motorcycle.
It's a beautiful black and blue. Man, that thing is nice.
I've seen it.
It's a flat paint. Oh, sexy. But anyway,
I don't like flat paint.
so me either. I used to. It looks good when it's clean. But it's like 35 or 36 for that Elite Challenger, and it has the electronic adjustable suspension. Mm-hmm. It's got the speakers that it's got everything except for the Tourpack and those lowers.
Yeah.
For 36, as opposed to 43.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then you're not getting those little things like the saddlebag, the cover, the headset.
The screen.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about the extra stuff you get with the bike. We don't get any.
Okay.
We don't get any extras with the bike. So I think Harley does real good with that. I would love to have something exclusive to the Elites when you buy an Elite. Maybe that's why I haven't bought.
Well, you can talk to any auto manufacturer. Nobody's going to brag about being the low cost guy. You want to be the high value.
No,
Yeah.
Indian people will.
No. Look, I'm not debating any of that. All
No,
I'm saying is that, for me, I'm riding the bike and I'm getting the bike, and you guys are getting the bike and you're getting the extras. I think that's good.
But what I'm
I
saying
think
is that
Indian should do the same.
Indian cannot command the same price that Harley can
They
command.
could.
No, they can't. If
Yeah,
they
they
could,
could.
they would.
They can't.
They can't. I
There
guarantee if they can get $45,000 for their equivalent of whatever,
There are
then they would do it.
dealerships
If
that-
they could get $50,000 for this bike, they would sell it for $50,000.
there are dealerships that are selling these bikes for high cost. Look, and it again,
I'm looking at sticker price.
It just really depends on what you want.
But again, this
Because
is about
if-
scale.
yeah, if you
somebody
want-
might buy one, but how many people are
Not
going
many.
to buy it?
Yeah, they can't compete with Harley
Yeah,
on
they don't-
price.
It's one of those things where I say this all the time, and I guess it's a good analogy. That G90 that I did a video on, the Genesis G90 is $104,000. The S-Class Mercedes was $127,000. So it's a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
If the G90 said we're gonna put ours at $127,000,
They wouldn't sell it.
people are gonna say, "I'll just buy the Benz." So if they wanted to sell this for a certain amount of money, it was one of the things that people said, "I'm gonna buy this because it's cheaper." You put it at the same price, they'll say, "Screw it, I'll get a Harley." Now again, I don't know if that's a logical decision, because you are getting, a lot of stuff with this that you're not getting with that, the ride alone. So that's why I got to do a video on this, because it goes back to, why do people choose that?
Right.
Even if it costs more and give you less, they still pick that.
And if you're looking at a base model Pursuit, just a standard Pursuit, it still has it's still this configuration without the heated seat. But you still get this.
No, it's not just the heated seat.
Well, no. Okay, outside of the stuff, what I'm saying is you get the core of the bike, right? You're getting the engine, you're getting the power, you're getting your locking saddlebags. You're getting LED lights all over.
Yeah.
You don't get the heated seat. You don't get the adaptive headlight. You don't get the driving lights, and you don't get the sound system. But everything else is still CVO level, right? At the base version of this bike.
That's because they don't have a choice.
No.
But what about resale value?
Oh, forget. Don't let me go down that road.
I don't know.
Not a fair fight?
No, it's not a fair fight.
Really?
Harley Davidson's all day with that.
Wow.
It just is what it is. For whatever reason, I don't know what the hell the reason is, but the retail value is just crazy. People bring in Harley with thousands of miles, and they're still walking out with a comma and two numbers before the comma for the trade-in. It's just.
I mean, I wouldn't do that brand new. So.
What do you mean? Well,
What brand new?
Walk out.
this is another one of his Harley slights here.
Anyways, okay, so that's fine. Whatever.
No, that's huge. Because if you're going to talk about cost, you have to talk about resale value, because that goes into the equation of cost of ownership. So the Harley could be more expensive, Indian could be cheaper, and then after 5 years of ownership, now the value may have gone down this much, and if Indian goes down this much, now what's the difference in
Well,
cost
that's a
of
lot of
ownership?
ifs. I don't know.
I don't know about resale value on Indian, so I have no idea.
So why are we talking about it?
Because it's important.
Oh, but okay, so
It's important. It's just as important as cost.
Harley starts up here with
If
cost.
you're only looking
If
at
Indian starts
initial
here with
cost and
cost.
not looking at resale value, you're cheating yourself.
I got you. If we're here, right, the initial cost for the Harley, the initial cost for the Indian,
Okay.
and everything goes down, it's going to go down relatively.
Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. No.
I mean, I don't know without doing any research.
Well, I mean, but I'm just saying that's important, and I don't know the answer. And for all I know, Indian might have better resale value. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't
But
know either.
what I'm just saying is that resale value is a critical component in cost of ownership.
Okay.
There's the initial cost of the bike, there's the cost of maintenance and operating, and then there's resale value. You put all those numbers together, that's your total cost of ownership. And it's possible to spend more money on a vehicle and it actually costs less than buying a different vehicle. I mean, as an example, when I worked for Toyota, that's what Toyota talked about. We're not trying to be the cheapest car company in the world. We want to be the high value company, so that the vehicles cost more money, but you can sell, when you go to resell it, you're going to get your money back.
Okay.
So
99% of the people walking into a dealership are saying, "Oh man, I wonder what I can get for this in a year."
well, the 99% of people are not as smart as I
Well,
am.
first of all, the number 99% means nothing because you just pull it out of your ass.
True.
You don't have anything to back that.
Right.
99.
You have nothing to pull out for the resale value either. We don't have any number.
Oh no, that's the resale value is off the chain. I know that for a fact. I don't need to show you something, but we can easily pull that up. But it's a well known. As a matter of fact, anytime I buy a motorcycle, it's told, it's said, the resale value is just high because the resale value is based on demand.
Right.
People want these motorcycles. That was the other funny thing. Another reason why they changed this motorcycle is because they realized they were competing with themselves. If the bikes don't change, why would somebody buy a brand new one when they can just buy the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? It looks the same. Very minimal differences. So,
And to be honest with you, I still think it's minimal differences.
oh no, it's
Although
different.
although the aesthetics are different, it still feels the same to me.
feels
With more power.
No, it's definitely
No,
the same.
it's a
Everything's
different bike.
different. But again, you don't own one. You don't.
Right.
Really
I'm on the
ride
outside looking in.
Yeah.
So if the company is looking to bring in, they often say this, bring in the younger crowd, right? Because all the old Harley people are dying off.
Neither
or
company
all
is
the
that.
old Indian motorcycle people are dying off. How do we bring in younger crowds, right? When I get in this, it still feels. I'm not young, but when I get in this, it still feels like the same bike to me. It just looks different.
If you're young, you've never felt it.
Do what?
You said if you're young, it still feels the same. If you're young, you never felt
what
it.
I'm saying is like if you get on like a 2020 model versus this,
Totally
if
different.
I close my eyes and ride the bike, you
lost
minimal difference.
No, you lost it. If you get on
Minimal
this
differences.
and ride a 2020, no,
No,
totally
no,
different.
just
Yeah.
the ride. We're not talking about the speed and the power.
the ride too.
the
Totally
speed,
different.
speed and the power is going to be different.
Out of the
I
box
agree there.
and the ride.
Yeah.
And the ride, just based on the suspension. No, absolutely, I felt it as soon as I got on the bike. I mean, as soon as I got on the bike, I was like, "Whoa!"
That's just crazy.
Um,
Like even with the different models or different versions of these, like the Chieftains and the Chief and those, to me those all feel the same. I couldn't tell you the difference year to year if I close my eyes and ride on it. But people are going to be like, oh no, just this feels no different to me. The same thing with this. It feels no different to me. You're just getting updated tech.
and I told you this before. I don't know if you have any knowledge of this. Knowing you, you don't. Does Louis Vuitton ever go on sale?
Who?
Louis Vuitton never goes on sale. And when I first bought a Louis Vuitton bag for Anita, and I saw the price, I couldn't wait to see this bag. I'm thinking it's going to have all this extra. I don't know what the hell I was expecting. Electronics, a bunch of pockets. It's got one zipper in the inside, and it's just a hollow bag. $3,000.
Wow.
And people buy it. They're not losing money. That's how I look at Harley Davidson. It doesn't matter. It's the name. I'm not too crazy about that badge, by the way, on the tank.
Oh God, no.
I don't really like that at all. I love
I
that.
like it.
I love the bar and shield badge. That's it.
This goes
To match.
If they'd have updated
I
the
like
bar
it.
and shield, but they're not going to update that. But anyway, that to me, that even itself says like 70s, 80s.
I'm
What,
not
a
crazy.
badge?
It was
I'm not crazy.
A badge?
that badge.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh,
So I'm.
yeah, it's a
It's the first time they put
thing.
CVO on the tank. But I don't like, again, I like the simplicity of just the badge. My 2019 Street Glide, the badge with red. Now, you can get it aftermarket. Very easy. I do like this because it's painted. And I don't have to worry about snagging a rag when I'm wiping it. I like that.
All the badges are painted on this.
Yeah, everything on this bike is painted. But that, I'm not crazy about that at all. And if I wasn't so lazy, even on Violet, it says Harley Davidson. I don't like it. I want to just get the shield. It's just a matter of finding it and putting
I
it
like
on.
that.
To me, that looks.
See, and this is what I was talking about before. How
That part's subjective. I mean,
It is. It is
Oh,
very.
yeah.
It is very subjective.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So as soon as you say you like something, it's subjective.
But the style, the styling that they chose, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't match the bike. The bike is supposed to be this updated new thing, and then they put these old.
Well, they're not going to change the name of the company.
No,
Man.
they can change the style though.
They
You know,
change them every year.
So when
The badges are different
they
every
started
year.
doing this with nothing in it, right? That was an evolution of it. This is, while being an evolution, it's also a step backwards.
Oh.
If they're saying they're pulling from the heritage, that's fine. But again, like I said, there's pieces on the bike that just don't match to me because they're going with this futuristic high-tech look, and then you start getting the older styled things to go with it. Like they're trying to mix the two, and it's not balanced right. In my opinion,
Well,
personally.
of course, it's subjective. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it at all. And if I'm not lazy, I'll find the bar and shield that matches it, take that off, and put it on. It just looks so much better to me.
I don't like that either. If it was
I
flat,
don't like the air
if
cleaner.
it was flat, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, I got one over here. Just gonna replace it. Nice and easy.
I like that it's forward because the one on the Pursuit is like in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's that, and that to me doesn't make any sense. And then we get this aftermarket one that goes back here. That's behind the thing, and that doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that air cleaner. That needs to go. I like the flat one. They have a cone that comes out. I don't like those.
No,
I
hit
want
you
the
right.
one that's flush.
Now, is this a one-hole everything bike?
What?
Fluids
What
Yes. There's one.
for this, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, outside of the radiator, all you have is oil
All you have is oil.
and radiator.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to find it pros and cons of
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
separating. I mean, from what I've read, is that you have your engine and transmission, which put different stresses on the motor oil, and then you have your motor oil for your clutch plates as well. And each one of them has their own different challenges that they put the oil through. So your clutch plates put debris and crap in the oil. You don't necessarily want that flowing through your motor. The oil in your motor gets freaking hot.
Yeah.
You know, that the oil is part of what helps manage the engine temperature. You don't necessarily want that blazing hot oil flowing through your clutch plates necessarily, or your transmission, or the metal flakes that might be coming out of the transmission through its normal things of switching through gears, having that going through your engine or running through your clutch plate. So that's from what I've read, is the advantage, you know, of the Harleys. You know, it's like the day Mario's.
Yeah. Clutch one out.
Yeah, clutch one out.
So having just the oils change is supposed to be easier on cost. Now, whether or not, you know, like it's good for the engine, couldn't tell you.
I don't know. That's just what I read. And it might be wrong for all I know.
So
I have no idea.
For my oil changes, it's like $200 something bucks.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, you go in, you get your oil changed, you do an inspection, whatever the crap.
Which I got to do now. I got to make an
And
appointment.
it's like $200 something bucks. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know they separated the stuff on this.
Yeah.
There's 3 holes.
Yeah. It's technically 7 quarts. I think technically about 4.5 quarts for the motor, quart for the transmission, and quart for the primary.
So if you're doing your own oil changes, so this you just drain once, fill up.
Yeah, makes no difference.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
don't see that as a problem.
transmission.
The only thing I would say is, you know, I don't know what the actual technical advantage of having all of one versus 3 separate ones. One might be better than the other.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I'm not a mechanic.
So
I am not a mechanic.
you have heated seat control here.
Those are your heated grips.
I mean,
Oh, I
grips,
see the grips.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's they illuminate in red. Now again, once you get familiar with the bike, you'll feel and know what's what. But with me, I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. If that was backlit like those are, that'd be beautiful. Of course, I'm gonna say that because it's so visible. It's so bright. So and then the other side is for the gas
Oh, I
tank.
thought they were on the end.
There is.
Oh,
Well,
it's
the
on the other
control,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, so for my limited time with this bike, that I talked about what I like. You know, it's comfortable. That's probably the number one big thing for me. A couple of things that disappointed me, that these don't lock, because I thought they did. I was like, oh, they don't? That means the same as this one. So that's disappointing, because I kind of feel like these should lock. You know, because if you leave something valuable in there, you know, I want to lock it up. You know, because this already has to lock. Boop, boop. Lock your little door. Even though these would be easy to pop open, but still, I just feel like these should be locking. Same as this bike. Oh, and then the turn signal. That's really the only 2 things about it that
Yeah.
were kind of disappointing.
That's awesome.
So I've never had an issue with that, and I don't have an issue with this either. It's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
Cause
Because
I'm
it's
just
different.
Right, because
It's
if
different,
I'm riding with one hand and I want to switch lanes to the right, I can just pop and then go,
Yeah.
as opposed to having to put my hand up there or not.
Now that you said that, we're gonna go out and we're gonna simulate you doing a slow speed maneuver or just pulling the clutch and whatever, and then trying to put a left turn
Okay,
signal.
go left. Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come off of that clutch a little bit to do it. You're gonna have to, and that's the issue.
Right.
The other issue is the turn signal cancellation
Yeah.
is way delayed.
Is it?
Way delayed. Matter of fact, I did a video today. I put my signal on in exercise number 4 to make a left turn.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I went through the single serpentine. I came into the U-turn box. I did some U-turns. The signal is on the whole time.
Wow.
On this.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed, because it's connected to the smart lane.
It ain't that smart.
So if you put the turn signal on and then you make like a slight turn, sometimes it takes a little bit to react.
I made a 90-degree turn.
Right, but you're straight up.
That ain't slight.
No, but you're straight up.
It should matter with the handlebar. Oh, my speed even should change that. Because once I'm going at a certain speed, I'm doing serpentines. I make U-turns.
Right.
Now I'm leaning.
Well,
Still
I'm,
on.
I'm getting there, but so like if I make a slight turn, I find that it stays on,
Yeah.
right, and then it cancels because it cancels out after X amount of time. If I put the turn signal on and I make an actual leaning turn, and I stand it up, and it turns off not too far after that.
Is this the hazards? If I push this turn signal in, is that the hazard light?
Turn?
Yeah.
Does it have the signal? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hold it.
Oh, I may have been riding with the hazards on today.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't.
No,
because
I
I-
do like the adaptive cruise control on this. That I like.
Oh, really?
It's not
Yeah.
adaptive.
Yeah, see, we had him.
Damn it!
You keep ruining it, man.
Ooh.
He was like, "Oh, really? You didn't see his face?"
Like wow. Like now that would be a game changer,
Yeah.
maybe.
Absolutely.
That's BMW already.
Oh, BMW has it. Oh.
Yes, they do. Right on the front.
Man.
But again, give and take. Cause
That bike is way cheaper than these.
Of course
Either one
it
of
is.
these.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Because
Nobody rides.
yeah, I wants it.
Yeah.
When somebody was at one of my practice sessions, he had an R18, and he was telling me how little.
Now, the
But it
R18
comes with a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's got that boxer engine. It's a dry clutch. Who the hell wants that?
Yeah, that's like Ducatis.
Well, again, preloaded nation.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think I really did want to like this bike, just because if I thought that it was going to be that good where it would make me second guess about riding mine, then I knew that they were going to do something better. So I mean, it's kind of a convoluted way of thinking about it, but I really wanted this to try and get me off of that.
But see, that's the thing, and that's what I was talking about. One doesn't have to replace the other.
Right.
It doesn't have to get you off of it, but again, different kind of riding.
Right.
A lighter bike, still touring.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree, but I wanted it to do that. I wanted it to be that way, so that they would, it would force changes. And when I did it, I was like, this is not going to pull me off of that.
All right. So if your next bike can't be an Indian, what are you going to buy?
If it couldn't be,
Cannot be an Indian. What are you going to buy?
for what kind of riding?
Your kind of
Why
riding.
do you do?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you.
See, that's the beauty. I can pick a bike from any line,
Yep.
any manufacturer. I can pick a bike.
No, okay, I'm going through in my head because all the bikes that I was looking at before I got mine was the Triumph Speed Triple. That one with the big engine, 2-liter engine.
You were looking at little bikes, though.
No. That's a big bike.
That's a touring bike.
That's a big bike. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For me,
It's
it's
a
easy.
two
It would
liter.
be, I mean, if I weren't going to get, well, I'm going to buy another motorcycle. There is another Harley in my future, but I'm also going to get some non-Harley bikes at some point in time, and I am interested in that BMW,
Which one?
their touring bike. Looks like a
R18
spaceship to me. Is that
Transcontinental?
what it is?
Yeah.
No, the R18, that kind of looks like a
It's got the,
American
like an
Cruiser,
Indian.
right?
it's got the sideways engine.
It looks like an Indian.
Does it? They have one that's like it's a touring bike, but it doesn't look like an American touring bike.
You're talking about the
I don't know what
K
it's called.
series, K1600.
All I know is the
I think so.
Transcontinental.
That sounds about right.
You're not well. So, my godfather, he bought the 2020. He wanted the 2023 K1600 because it's got the bigger screen.
Yeah,
all this
that's
text.
it. Yeah.
So I was talking to him recently, and I said, "Pop, I want you to ride this motorcycle." And I said that to him because this motorcycle, when you sit on it, you feel like you're higher up, just like when you're on those BMWs, and you feel the bike feels. We were talking about this how if you want to do a slow ride, for some reason it just feels balanced more, right? But I told him, but you have that feeling of the BMW without the confinement of the legs being like this.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, you know what, Bobby, you're right, because I was riding and 71 years old. No. You need to be able to stretch out.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get that with this motorcycle, especially with these Tab Performance handlebars.
Yeah, those things are amazing.
I don't understand why, if they know this tank is so long, that they would offer the handlebars so short, and then even the extended reach ones are too short. Now, is that it? The extended reach? Do they offer anything even more?
You can get the standard extended reach, low rise, mid rise.
What does that mean? Low rise, mid rise.
That's what they call it. I don't know what that means.
Does that mean they come further than the extended reach?
I've got the low rise on my bike.
I thought you. What came with this bike? Didn't you say it was? You said it was extended reach.
The ones that come with it are like they're kind of low. Like,
Yeah, but then you said that was the extended reach.
No.
What is that?
no.
That's the low
so
rise.
that's the standard handlebars.
No, what came with this bike?
Oh, this bike.
Yeah.
This bike came with the
What you have now?
yes,
Which is the low rise?
the
I thought it was the extended reach.
low rise. It's extended reach for a Chieftain.
Okay.
Look, man, the way they do those handlebars to me just doesn't. I have no idea how they calculate it. But the mid-rise mitered bars, those things are probably similar to this. I just don't think they come back far enough to you, because instead of the controls angling, they go straight out.
That's what I was saying about the other ones. If they just angled, that would help when I turn.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I get it. I say this all the time. A manufacturer, they're gonna produce products for the masses.
Yeah.
That's why they say screw left-handed people. You gotta work it out. So, Preloader Nation, or people like us, is a small percentage of motorcycle riders. Most motorcycle riders ride straight, make slight turns, so it doesn't matter. This is fine.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna do. And if I'm going slow, I'm gonna walk it anyway.
You know, something else just occurred to me.
Uh-oh.
It's a difference. Or I was riding this bike. I can reach the screen.
Mm-hmm.
My arm would need to be about a foot longer.
Really?
God, it's
On
so
this?
far away from where the seat is to touch the screen. You got to lean in.
Okay.
This one you don't have to lean. It's just right there.
Yeah, it's right there. It comes. It's,
You know,
yeah,
because
right.
the way they built it, it's back near the tank. This one is way back here.
However, changing these bars is going to be.
Oh, it's a piece of cake. Yeah,
Oh
road
my
glides have
God.
always been easy. Yeah, road
This
glides.
here, you got.
This looks. I mean, honestly, when I was looking at this, I'm like, how are you going to change the bars? Because I feel like you got to take that whole fairing apart.
Then he watched your video.
Yeah, then I watched your video, and I saw you coming out from the bottom. I'm like,
slide
oh,
the
okay,
tank
that's
back.
weird.
How about the rear fairing?
I think I said that in the video. I was like, there's no rear fairing, but I kept saying.
Oh, that's why you slid.
did.
Okay, is the tank easy to remove?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, look, it's halfway off anyway. Look at that.
There's rubber bushings
Which is what we would like here.
to keep it from vibrating.
Exactly. What you need on your floorboards. You had that down there. It's going to change your life.
He says it's going to change your life.
It's going to change
There
your life.
is, now I'm sure they're not like what you're talking about, but there is some isolation with those floorboards.
Not with these. There's not.
Yeah, they move around.
It's attached to the frame.
Bro,
Dude, look at it. It doesn't even
come on, man.
move.
Who are we talking to?
Dude, it doesn't move. There's no isolation there.
They move slightly like that. That's it.
Oh, that ain't movement.
That's it.
If
Oh,
these-
wait a minute. No, you got the different. Let me see.
Yeah, these are the same. These don't move.
Let me see.
Well, go check out Violet
off
out there. Go
camera.
grab Violet and move it. It's going to move all around.
We're going to have to show them the
Oh, yeah,
Kahunas.
these are different.
You got to
Mine have.
Come back on camera and say that.
Yeah, these are different. They can hear.
Wow, we got him to say something bad about Indian. It only
No,
took
not
3
bad.
hours.
You know, it's just
I said
factual.
Well, that's
I
as
said a
close
lot
as we could
I said
get.
a lot of indifferent things. I forgot those are the, like I said, those are those upgraded floorboards, so to speak.
Now, I like the way the lowers look on this motorcycle. And again, I didn't even notice until I was doing a video and I saw that the way that the front of the motorcycle comes like this,
Yeah.
the lowers match that.
All the front forward angles match that.
I don't like, again, that the engine guard really doesn't, it's not going to really protect these lowers. But like I said, it doesn't really do it on Harley either. It just does it better than this.
Yeah.
And again, it's plastic on an engine guard, so some protect more than others, at least with Harley it is. I don't know about with this, but I just like the way they look. So this, I'm a lowers guy. I like lowers. I think it makes the motorcycle, it gives it more of a presence from the front. I like the way this front light looks. So
one
all of
thing I
that
don't
together,
like.
it just looks good from the front. I've always liked the fairing on the Challenger, but this more so because of this.
So those leading edges, so that front line that comes down on the front, you're talking about the angle that flows down to the lowers. It's also at the front of the fuel tank, and you keep going further back, you just start seeing those lines all the way through the bike. I think the design team just
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now the
is
seat,
pretty.
as inconvenient as it is, because now we go extra steps. If I want to take that seat off, I got to remove
Side panels.
side panels. and
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
God dang.
However, that means a thief does too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Well, they can't take mine off. I got a lock.
can't get past a lock.
No. Well, get past all that. Mine, I have a lock. Well,
Yeah, and
And then you got the controls on the side of the seat for the heat. So it's plus minus, and then the middle button just turns it off.
Yeah, it's the same thing on the CVO Limited.
Is it? Oh, on the limit.
yeah.
And,
Now this one has
and this is the
seat
screen
cooling
too.
though.
They're both the same thing. The screen.
Yeah, but this has seat cooling in addition to the heat.
That's only if you're riding in the cold.
Well, that's so cool. You know?
Yeah, but so you can get a heated, cooled seat for this
Okay.
too.
Yeah, Harley doesn't offer a heated cool seat that I know of.
No idea. I wouldn't buy it anyway.
Now, I've never been on the cooled seat, but somebody was telling me that it's like amazing.
That's just extra
don't
weight.
know.
It's a waste.
Extra weight.
I mean, you got 120 horsepower. What's
And you got 35 pounds
No, it's not
trimmed
about the
off
power.
the
It's just
bike.
waste. It's just, you don't want
If it's
weight.
comfortable, you'll take it.
Yeah.
If that's what you're looking for this.
I want a comfortable seat. To me, it's function over looks.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said the comfort. This is a very comfortable bike. And even with the longer wheelbase, and
But that's what adds to the comfort.
yeah, adds to the
And
comfort.
you
That's a
know,
good thing.
it's what makes it look good too. So, and that's the reason why I ordered the Tourpack for this bike, because of the size of the fairing. I felt like it needed to be balanced out, but I got the chopped one, and I'm gonna put custom dynamics lights on it. So again, that's the thing where this bike I don't have that option, and that's fine. So
for what?
lighting.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the chopped Tourpack.
No. So, quite frankly, if I'm riding my bike and I know I'm going to be riding at night, I want to be on violet. It's lit up beautifully. Beautifully lit up. This, I don't even want to ride it at night because it's so the light is minimalistic. In the front, there's nothing on the sides and not even an option for it. And then that crap on the back, and then that's it.
Custom Dynamics doesn't make
Oh.
lights for this one.
They do.
Oh, do you?
Very few.
So
I got a whole box over here.
Speaking of the lights, the tail lights, the saddlebag lights that come with this is I don't even know why that's an option because they're just running lights. They should be brake at minimal turn signal. You know, I don't know why they just put running lights on there. How hard is it to plug into the turn signals?
And,
And
well,
use a couple of wires.
people have told me, oh, you can buy this kit, which also you can buy quick release things for the Tourpack too.
Okay.
I mean, for the
Okay.
saddlebags too, which I'm going to do because I don't want to keep taking out that damn Allen key. Again, I don't know how often I'm going to be taking them off anyway because I can't jack the bike up. Oh, what a pain in the butt.
Oh, so these
Ah!
no, I thought these were like in the rim. So they're even though they're spokes, they're not like traditional style spokes.
No, they're not
So
traditional.
you
spokes.
got like a regular tire instead of a tube.
Oh yeah, there's no
Yeah,
tube
yeah,
in there. That's a regular tire.
So I thought it was.
As I
thought
understand it, you don't have to adjust the spokes on here. But
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's anywhere. Oh no, they got adjustments right here.
yeah, but on regular spoke rims, there's like a maintenance interval where you
Right,
got to make sure they're
right.
balanced and all that. But
Yeah, but I'm
I
sure
don't
it's-
think you have to do that on these.
No, you're probably. I don't think you're gonna have to. Otherwise, they wouldn't have.
Well, that's just
These-
what I was told.
'cause
I
these screws
asked
are-
Harley Davidson about it. They said no.
But these screws are at different lengths. If you look at them,
Yeah.
so.
Don't touch that. You need a tetanus shot.
So I'm just saying, there's just gonna have to be some. It may not have to be,
On a regular
once every
ride.
100,000 miles or
I
something.
have no idea.
And so this took away some, obviously because it's new, it took away some of the options as far as aftermarket stuff, like lug nut covers. No, you're not going to be able to
Yeah,
get
I don't
those.
understand
Well,
why they
these
did
things-
that. That just didn't make sense.
The only thing you can still do is the swing arm cover. It's still that piece of
Oh, I
plastic.
still fit. Okay.
Yeah, so you can
And
get
then
riding
this-
and wrenching.
And then the seats, right? The seats are like you gotta get like a whole different type of.
They changed the.
Still
Yeah, they
waiting.
changed it. It's because the tank is different.
And
Yeah.
the side panels.
This is off my old bike, so there are a handful of parts that'll still fit.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
think
look
the
at-
exhaust covers or the heat shields. I think you can pull those off a different bike and put them on here. There's a handful of parts that are interchangeable, but not all of them. The lighting connectors are all different.
So this has less parts available than the Indian motorcycle. Or?
That's possible.
Possible, yeah.
That's possible.
Brand
I
new.
wouldn't
That's
doubt
why I asked you before. When did the blah 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 come out? But again, here we go, give and take, and that's what I said in my video.
Yeah.
Something that's more modern, you're gonna have more restrictions. That Mustang that's in your garage, I'm sure that's a bunch of stuff you could do to
I
it.
could
for sure.
build that
Whereas
car
now,
from ground up.
you got to move stuff out the way to even
Yeah.
get to stuff. So that's just that's give and take. It's give and take.
But I was just even with the 120th reveal with the CVO whatever limited, I guess I was disappointed with that too.
Oh, I was thrilled.
What's CVO limited?
The one that looks like the Honda.
Honda.
Oh, that wasn't at the 120th.
Well, that was their
Right, yeah,
that's
that was
the
the first
anniversary,
part. Yeah. Of course you were disappointed. It's the same as what I have. It was a paint job. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
But
But this was in the works. I feel
still-
bad for people that bought that too, because it was like. But there are some people that bought it because
It was
of
that.
what it is.
Yeah, that anniversary paint job was gorgeous. I loved it. I came this close to getting one every year for
I
the last
remember.
couple of years.
And I
Love 'em.
remember that video you did, and he was like, look at this, man. Oh my God. And all I was saying was, see, and again, that's why when I did a video on that motorcycle, I said, if you've already owned a CVO, you're going to look at that motorcycle
Just the
differently.
paint job. Yeah.
Because you're looking for something different and everything's the same. I mean, even the rims, exactly the same. So that's why when I saw this, oh my God, I was like, everything's different. Everything's different.
And to me, like, I'm one of those people that if it's going to be something special, it's got to be special, right? Because even when I look at the Elite, it's not too far off my premium package. So even previous Elites, like, I'm looking at them and I'm just like, I don't know
Not
if
worth
they've
the
done
extra
it.
bucks, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they've done enough for it. So I'm not one of those people that are just going to buy it because it's the Elite. I would buy it because it's the Elite and it only comes with X, Y, and Z. So while there are only 150 of them, super special, it's still, I needed them to do more with it. So I was kind of disappointed because we thought we were all the ambassadors we were talking, but we thought it came with the entire sound system. And when that didn't happen, that was my first thing. And then the trunk, that was the second thing. And I was just like,
What do you mean the trunk?
you know, because it doesn't have anything. It's just the trunk. It's just the.
Oh, okay.
They changed the stitching.
Now, clearly, I feel different about that, and I'm saying that because, and that's what I said too. When I said, when I put a picture of Traveling Toll's truck up stock versus the way it looks now. When it comes to stuff like cars and motorcycles, a paint job and rims will change your whole view of that vehicle.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've always liked the way this looks, but never to buy it until I saw this.
Yeah.
Because again, they made me put a deposit on this without even seeing it. Show me some fuzzy picture. I need to see it in person.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, of course, this guy, he's like, he was more excited about this than I was. He was like, yo, you know, they show you where it is, where on the ship. Did you check yet? No. Man, what's wrong with you, man?
No, look, man. I knew that this was gonna look good. I almost made a mistake. I knew this was gonna look good though. And when you ordered it, I told you, I was like, you're gonna like it.
Yeah, but I can't take much. Come on.
Come on, man.
Ambassador.
Nah.
You know, some of the arguments you made tonight is part of the reason why I couldn't take your word for it.
That has nothing to do with it. I mean, every time I see this bike, I just stare at it.
I know. Just like
And-
you're doing with the breakout.
And to me, it looks lower than my bike. Like when I see it just from the paint, the color,
It's the colors.
It looks so much lower and like sleeker, and it's just.
It's a now this is subjective, but I think most people, most people that look at this bike, they say it's gorgeous because it stands out.
Yeah.
And it's because of the colors that they pick. If they made the Elite and they put everything this bike has on it, but made it your color,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
He looks at the seat. That's what he likes with the stitching. So sometimes it's just little things. Could I take my seat someplace and get somebody to sew something into it? Yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff, but again, you want it to come like that.
Yeah, it's already there.
And I like the fact, you know, I hate to say that sometimes it makes me happy that I'm limited what I can do with this because it's less I got to do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, if I were a member of a certain fraternity, I'd love this black and gold on here.
But what would it take for them to get me on this? They would have to switch to that mono shop. I don't like the two shop setup.
Why? What difference does it make? You can't see them.
You can feel it though. So I think they will better be able to tune or dial the suspension in because this is soft. That is not. I think, and then that could be because of my weight and it's not set up for me. You know, whatever the case.
Yeah,
But
I
I
didn't on my bike that you rode.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to the suspension.
So I think if they went to the monoshock, it would lead for better adjustability. And people were talking about it. They
Oh, these
thought
are all
they would.
Indian parts here?
I think if the engine was, I don't like the engine. I don't like the engine. They didn't change the engine.
Yeah, I love it.
They
think it's
the
fantastic.
variable valve timing. That's the only thing they added to the engine.
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
And the liquid cooling. Okay. But that's not new to Harley though.
No,
So this box.
you're blocking my camera.
I know, but actually I'm not because I'm showing it to the camera.
Oh,
This box is able to house everything available for this bike from Custom Dynamics.
You're missing an item or two though.
No, I'm not. Because it really, wiring. If I start taking away different wiring and stuff,
Yeah, you got
then it's
the-
even less. But the wiring is necessary for the stuff to work.
The
So.
Pro Glow from Custom Dynamic Works, as
Which is
well.
still minimal, because the Pro Glow on my Limited has lights in the wheel well too. They're on the brakes.
Yeah.
You don't have that on your bike.
No, I could put it on there
Why is that on there?
because I didn't want to see any wires.
What do you mean you want to see the wires?
I don't want to see wires. Like I like having things on the bike. I don't want to see wires.
Why would you see wires?
Because you'd have to run the wire up the line there. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't see it.
You would see it.
How would you see it?
It's
You
a
put
lot
it-
of
put it-
wires, bro.
It's one wire.
I don't like seeing wires. I don't like seeing that.
I don't even. Yeah.
I think they need to hide that.
So if I had to,
Yeah.
because again, it's 3 cables here. Actually, no, there's 2. No, there's 3. 3 cables here.
Mm-hmm.
The wire for that light is so thin. That's why I'm saying you're not going to see it. You zip tie it properly, you're not going to see it. But if that's all I need to do to get light here,
Yeah.
because it makes if you're not, in my opinion, if you're not going to do the whole thing Pro Glow, it's a waste. It's dark up here, light here.
So I've got light in the front, the engine, and then under the back, under the saddlebags. So I got the whole part of that bike, and I was thinking about adding some inside the lowers, but
How about under the tank?
yes, I have them under the
How
tank.
about under the bike?
Under the bike, yes.
No, under the bike here, right now.
Under the frame part there, the middle part,
Yeah.
no. But again, I didn't want to see wires and stuff.
How you gonna see
running.
why it's under the bike?
Man, you gotta run the wires somewhere.
Yeah, but that's the good thing. The paneling on this bike, like this, that
Yeah.
little painted piece,
Yeah.
I thought that was the only thing that came off. This
No.
whole thing comes off.
Right.
So you can hide wires like easier on this bike, in my opinion.
Uh huh.
But anyway, so Vanessa Challenge he's gonna be putting these on, and that's definitely gonna help.
That's gonna look way better.
But the headlight that comes with the bike looks good. That adaptive headlight,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good looking light.
I think so.
I think so too.
I prefer the standard light.
I'm looking forward to these too.
What is this?
These are the fog lamps.
Ah,
As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about adding these. See, that's the thing. I don't like to add those lights to just an engine guard and no lowers. But people do it. They put them on the top.
Like what? I mean, like you already have driving lights. So.
Doesn't matter, man. See, that's,
you can't
see,
have enough
because-
for a light at
because you're again. Here we go again with the mediocrity. It's hey, you got this. It should be good enough. No, I want more.
No, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't or should not. I'm just so for me, man. I want it to look like, when you look at it, it's like that's different, but I don't know what's different. Something to me about this is just different. I'm just looking at it. I can't nail it down. And to have driving lights and then have another set of driving, like where are you gonna put them?
Right here.
Like, there's gonna be lights everywhere. Like
See, and again-
I'm just trying to see it in my head
I'm gonna show you.
going down the
Go out
road.
there and look at Violet.
yeah.
Go out there and look at Violet. And JT is always looking at her,
Yeah.
salivating.
But that's
He wishes
different.
he can light his bike up like that, and he can't.
No, but that's different though because those have spaces where they actually go.
Yeah, exactly.
But these don't. These are like an add-on. So
They all add-ons.
you're either gonna have to cut into the
You don't got to cut into nothing. You don't see the brackets here?
right. But
Right
I'm,
here.
I'm talking about for the wiring. So
Oh, that's easy.
yeah, but you're gonna have them strapped to that, or you're gonna run it inside the fairing maybe.
What are you talking about? The
The
wires?
wiring.
Yeah, you run it. Listen, everything's going to be hidden where you can't really see it unless you're looking for it.
All right, well, we have to
You know?
see it, man.
That's the case of any of these bikes with lights. If
don't
you
have-
look for it, you're going
Yeah,
to see
you'll
it.
see it.
I don't have that
But at
vision.
night, when you're running these lights, you ain't going to see no damn wires. You're just
Right.
going to see light. And at
And
the end
you're
of the
gonna
day,
appreciate that light at
at
night.
the end of the day, because I don't have anything up here,
Yeah,
all I have is this and those. So if I can add something else, well, absolutely.
that front end of this bike is lit up pretty good though.
Nah.
The little Indian head doesn't light up.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, does.
But
Again, that definitely helped. It's a nice LED light. Because if it was just I still don't like this. I wish it wasn't on there.
if I had the choice between the two, that is the one.
Yeah. Plus it's
That
black,
other one,
so
that
it
other one
doesn't-
is
it doesn't stand out.
it's all rounded. It looks old school.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what those look like. To see if I'm gonna put them on maybe Violet. Because Violet. Just like Camilo. Camilo's bike is lit up.
Yeah. Like a
But
Christmas
some of
tree.
it's tasteful. And some of it,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like to me, man, I like the subdued look almost. You can't There's differences, but you just can't nail them down.
I just
you'd
don't
have
like-
to put a you'd have to put a bike right next to it and go back and forth.
I just don't want to see. I just don't like LEDs that are spaced apart too much.
I don't like that
It
either.
looks
Oh, yeah.
Like the tail lights.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's old fashioned,
Right.
and especially if nothing else is like that, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb. But
Which is why I like these. The way they, even like this, it's just like this in the back. That looks so good.
But at the end of the day, it beyond looks, it's about safety. And
Yeah.
on a smaller vehicle like this, the more light, the better.
sure.
It kills me I can't put anything on the side. I mean, I was trying to think of something.
You can put the lights down on the where the reflector is down there. You just have to run the wire up like you were talking about.
No, what lights?
The lights that go on the side here.
No, it doesn't fit this. It doesn't fit this because it doesn't even fit that yet.
Well, when it fits this, it'll fit that. But they put theirs up here.
We'll see.
We have an Indian motorcycle put theirs down here.
We'll see. I hope they make something that fits there. The only issue with that is if it's all the way up there, it's far away from the wire. See what I mean?
Right.
Whereas the other one is right next to it.
Yeah.
So it would
Down
actually.
Yeah, you
can
run it
still
down
see
the
it.
bottom side.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
still see it here too, but
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that. I just want something on the side.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
I'm just not gonna ride this at night. That's all.
There's that.
I ride Violet.
You know, once you get the Pro Glow put on, it'll be lit up.
I don't want Pro Glow on this bike.
Nah, no Pro Glow. All right, I got it on mine.
All right, Mr. Finesse, your final thoughts.
My final thoughts is it really.
We don't care.
It really. It really just depends on what you like.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think they are both strong bikes. I think that. Well, I think I wanted Harley Davidson to do more with that platform than what they did. It sounds like it really sounds like I don't like the bike, but that's not the case. I just expected more, and maybe that was part of the problem. I was looking at what Indian Motorcycle was offering, and I was expecting Harley Davidson to do something similar but Harley, and when that didn't happen, that kind of dashed it for me. So.
Right, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is I own them both. I like them both. And like I said before, this is a good talking point. And that's really all it is. It's a talking point. It's
Right.
a conversation starter. I remember I said, and I do it with Finesse every now and then, and I do it because he entertains it. So he provides me with entertainment. It's free entertainment. So if I make a comment about Indian Motorcycle, and I do that, even though I own one, because even though I own one, he's still gonna defend
Going to defense
this
for
brand,
it.
and so it's a fun thing for me, but it's bothersome to me when people do it and they do it maliciously. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. There's enough things that divide us. It can't possibly be a motorcycle brand.
Right.
At the end of the day, I say all the time, all I care about is that you know how to ride whatever you ride, period. But if I have to make a suggestion on what you should ride, oh my God, the list is not going to just be these two motorcycles. So it is going to be the new CVOs. It's going to be this Pursuit Elite. I'm going to say that because I just love the way it looks. Even down to the front rim, which is also different. But like I said before, maybe I like that rim because it looks like the rim on the Limited. Right? So I think that no matter which of these you buy, you're gonna be happy. Nothing's gonna give you everything you want. So I'm still gonna say if you have the means to get both, live in both worlds. And that doesn't just have to be these two. I know that's what you're talking about, but it can be anything else too.
Yeah, well, my final thoughts, I'm glad I had an opportunity to ride the Indian today. It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. I was glad to be able to tattoo your floorboard there a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fun, great bike. I also love my CVO. I don't think that I'm married to any particular brand. I would buy anything. I happen to have a preference for Harley right now. But, at some point in time, you'll see different brands in my garage as well. So.
And make sure when you address this, you don't just call it an Indian. It's a Pursuit Elite.
Oh, Elite. Elite.
CVO. And I will say this. Q was talking for the longest about getting a CVO, and I think that he waited the proper amount of time and got the right one.
My final thoughts. First, I want to thank Robert Simmons and Finesse the Challenger for participating in this video. Couldn't have done it without them. Be sure to check out their channels. If you want to learn more about slow speed riding, go to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. And if you want some quality, high quality Indian motorcycle content, then definitely check out Finesse the Challenger. I'll post links to their channels in the description of this video. So I recorded this video down in Savannah, Georgia. We were in Robert Simmons' garage, and I had an opportunity to ride Robert's Pursuit Elite, and it was a phenomenal motorcycle. The suspension is incredible. That's probably the biggest takeaway I had from it. In addition to that, it's very powerful, and it's a good looking motorcycle. I don't have anything, bad to say about it. I mean, there's always going to be some pros and cons, and basically everything I mentioned in this video series here. Would I buy a Pursuit? I think I would. I saw a Challenger Elite online. There's a new one that's coming out, and it's an attractive motorcycle. So, we'll add that to the list of potential motorcycles for the future. I'd love to have an opportunity to take an Indian on a cross-country ride, because I just want to see if, on a long-distance ride, if it's as comfortable as I think it's going to be. So it's a nice motorcycle. I think Robert's going to enjoy that bike as well as anybody else that chooses to buy one. My CVO, plans for it. My CVO, I've got a custom seat coming for it. I will probably upgrade the suspension at some point. And we're going to continue to do some more work to it. I got some new bars that we're going to install on here, and just a lot of great content for the CVO coming, so stay tuned for that. This is Q. I'm riding, I'm wrenching, and I am out.
Peoples, what's going on? I am Finesse, and you can find me on YouTube at Finesse the Challenger. But today, I'm on the biggest little channel on the entire interwebs. I don't even know, man.
Hold on. Wait, I thought we were doing it individually.
No, I want it as a group.
Oh, okay.
The biggest little YouTube.
Just lip sync it.
Right,
the biggest YouTube channel on the entire
biggest little
internet.
YouTube.
Yeah,
You
you already
messed it up
All
already.
right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
The biggest little YouTube channel on the entire interwebs.
All right.